getting to be that time of year where people start thinking about making New Year's resolutions. Do people even do that anymore? I do. I've been doing it for years. I like to set goals for myself, and I do try to accomplish them. Now that I think of it, I can't remember the last time I actually achieved one of my goals. That's pathetic. Because when you make a New Year's resolution, you figured you got 12 months to complete your goal, right? Yeah, that's really pathetic. But I'm going to try this year. And actually, I think I'm going to. No, I don't think. I know that I'm going to accomplish at least some of these because I feel really strongly about them and I'm going to do it. Top on the list is always good health. It's eat better, exercise more, that kind of thing. And I've been doing that for ever since surgery, actually. I couldn't do too much of that before. I was in a lot of pain, so I couldn't exercise. And I discovered this is for entertainment only. I can't confirm or deny what I'm about to tell you, but I discovered that chocolate is actually a pain reliever. And it is written up that chocolate is a pain reliever. It affects your dopamine or something. And none of the over-the-counter stuff was doing the trick for me. And I discovered the chocolate thing. Because you have to eat a lot of it, which I had no problem doing. And it really did help. So now I got to get that off of me, shall we say. A few pounds that were added because of that. But I've cut out all junk food and all that stuff, so I'm on my way to being a healthier, better person. And the other thing that I want to do is accomplish something more from a professional standpoint. Professional meaning I just want to be more professional out on YouTube. When I started these channels, I've got a few of them. I've been evolving, and but I think that I need to really hone in on some areas that I could use some improvement in, and I want to do that. I've signed up for Spotify podcast. I want to take the vids that I do here in the Gemini channel, kind of morph them into podcasts. I'm going to link the two stations together as much as I can Spotify, I think, will promote my podcast over to platforms that I designate, and this is going to be one of them. So hopefully you'll get the notifications, but if not, I will, look for my community page here on Gemini, and I will let you know when a podcast has come out if you don't get the announcements through Spotify. But I want to do that. I wanted to go live on this channel and have panels and that and more interactive experience with the viewers. But the more I think about it, the more I think that the podcast is really the way to go because I don't have enough exposure. Not enough people know who I am or what I am all about to kind of bring in an audience for panels. I can get a few streamers to come up there with me and get on the panels, but I need to bring in the audience as well. Maybe they would come because of the streamers, but their audiences are different than my audiences. And so I think, let's just start with podcasts, see what happens as far as building any kind of viewership. And I can interview one-on-ones with the podcast. I can do the panels with the podcast. So I'm hoping that that's going to be a better way to go and kind of help me evolve more into a more professional presence out here. I'm never going to be a Joe Rogan or a Russell Brand or anything like that, but I just want to be better than what I am. And I think that that's important for a lot of people is to try to strive to be better than who they are. Because no matter how good you are with anything, you can always strive to be better. You can, absolutely. And I think a lot of people, it amazes me that there are some people out there that never change. that is, you meet somebody from high school, right? And, well, you haven't changed a bit. And exactly, they haven't changed a bit. And you would think like, whoa, that's kind of sad in a way, because I suppose if people are comfortable in their own skin and that's the way they want to be, I guess that's fine. But it's hard for me to understand how people don't learn and grow and become more of who they used to be. I think it's sad if they don't. I mean, it can be just slight changes, but it got to be some changes, because you should be learning things as you go along in life. You should be learning your lessons. Like, oh, that didn't work. Let's not try that again. I mean, and that is especially true for me in the past couple of years. I have learned so much about friendships and relationships, and how I was 2.5 years ago is not who I am now. And I've just learned to, hopefully learn to better, to interact with people on a better basis, to respect their boundaries, to just respect their feelings more, and how things I say or do can have an impact on them as well. Just be more considerate. So I'm trying to be. It's not that I'm not the type of person that would intentionally try to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm non-confrontational. It's not that, but I think it's just, the word is oblivious. I've been oblivious to how I come across sometimes. And now that I'm more aware of how I come across, or how I used to come across, hopefully it's a used to. Hopefully I'm different now. I'm better now. I want to be even better in the new year. I just, and I don't want people to think like, if you're constantly trying to be better, then you're thinking you're not good enough the way you are. No, I want to clarify that. We all have value in this life. There's no one that's better or worse than us. I do believe that. But even though you're really good, wouldn't you really want to be even better? So I'm not taking it from a low point of you're no good and you need to get better. I'm taking it from, you are so great, let's be even better. That's where I'm coming from, because I think everyone has value. Everyone is, we're all different. But I think that's the other thing that I'm learning too, is because we are all different, we need to kind of be more attuned with other people's language and how they express themselves, who they are as a person, and get kind of in tune with that, rather than be oblivious and discount them or offend them. So I want to try to do better at that. I have a hard time with, I don't know how to say this, my neighbors. Okay, I have a hard time with my neighbors. They're very nice people, but they're just too giving. They're constantly in my face. They're constantly trying to give me things I don't want. I don't know how much food they have to keep putting on me. And it was a wonderful gesture when I was going through surgery, even though I had stocked up on food well in advance. I needed nothing, but they just all thought I needed stuff. But they have not stopped. And it gets to the point where, like, I don't want your kind of bread. I don't want your food. I don't like that kind of thing or that, and it's like, and I don't want to offend them, but I just want them to, please stop. So this one lady, she's constantly giving me food all the time. She's, God bless her, she's a wonderful person. She's from Malaysia. And maybe that's part of their culture. They're very giving people. I don't know. I mean, she's a sweetheart. But it's like, please, enough is enough. I don't need it. I'm not poor. I'm not starving. So I finally told her the other day, she said, well, we're going out to dinner next week, and we want to bring home a platter for you. I don't really. And then they were going to some barbecue place or something. And I said, she said, gave me the menu. Here, pick out something and we'll bring home something for you. I looked at that and I said, none of that isn't conducive with my current way of eating because I'm trying to be healthy. I don't want to put in all this fattening, uh, artery clogging stuff into my body. I didn't say that to her, but I did say to her, he says, I'm trying to be healthy. This is my goal for this coming year. I've cut out all junk food. I've cut out all kinds of crap. I'm just trying to stick with, real food. And I tried to say it as nicely as I could. I mean, she brings me bread every Friday. I don't want bread. I don't know why. But, so I hope I didn't offend her. I mean, I tried to be really nice about it. I said, I thanked her for it. But somehow I need to learn how to get myself out of situations before they get that deep. It started when I was going in surgery, and it just continued, and it was getting just more and more and more. And there are other neighbors that are, constantly wanting me to do things with them that I don't want to do. It's like these people are really nice people. They're great people, but I don't have the same interests that they do. We're not alike at all. When you live in an apartment situation, you get what you get. But, when you develop friends through work or from people that you grew up with or, people that you meet places, you gravitate towards people that are like you. But when you're in an apartment situation, you get what you get. They're in your face. They're right there. You have to be nice to them because you have to live with them. So it's a little bit of a dance, trying to be nice, but to try to maintain my boundaries, like stop coming at me every 5 minutes, with stuff that I don't even want, But I need, that's part of my New Year's resolution. I need to get better at communicating uh, that, what I like or what I don't like or something. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, really. I don't know how you deal with it because they're not listening to me. I mean, I kind of have said it a lot of times. They like to visit with each other, chit chat and going in and out of each other's apartments and stuff like that. I did that when I was in my 20s, but I'm not in my 20s anymore, and I really don't really want to do that anymore. I it's like I've got things to do. I'm busy. See, they don't understand that how much time I spend on my YouTube stuff. Plus, I do other things because I have never told them that I have YouTube because they are liberals and they would not understand this channel. No, we don't even want to go there with that. But so that's part of the thing. So I don't know. One of my other areas of New Year's resolution is to speak better. I got to learn how to do that. But the other thing too is to let my light shine. I just want to be who I am without apology and be my authentic self, speak my truth to people, but try to do it in such a way that doesn't offend them because I don't want to offend anyone. That's not my goal. But I need to be true to myself, and I feel sometimes that I'm not true to myself because I let people put things on me that I don't want. So I've got to do better with that. I've got to let my light shine. And for any of you out there that may be doing New Year's resolutions, make sure that at least one of them is to let your light shine.